What's up, guys? It's me, JellyKnees. Now, the UI was kind of revealed along with the jungle in the jungle stream, or the jungle reveal stream. And so I kind of want to talk about that more with you guys and what that all looks like and how it all works and all those good nitty gritty details. But first, we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of June. We are currently sitting at around 780. So if we can get more subscribers, hit that 1,000 mark, I would greatly appreciate it, guys. So make sure you're subscribed. It seems like YouTube is unsubscribing people. So be sure that you're still subscribed. And then also share this video with your friends, get them excited about Ethereal. And I want to hear everybody's thoughts about the UI, what they wish was better, different, that they like, the whole 9 yards. But yeah, so let's hop into the UI. So for the UI here, we'll start with the shop. The shop I actually really like for the most part. There are a couple things that I would tweak if I could, or ask them to tweak if they could. But overall, I really like the shop. We'll go left to right on each of these. To the left side here, we have the filter of all of the items. If you're looking for something specifically, you want critical strike chance, you can filter by that item stat or things like that. The weird thing to me here is we've got like offense, critical strike, mana regen, and range. I'm not sure how those all quantify as offense necessarily, but I guess they do. I don't know what the logic is there. The other thing is that I think the stats, they're a little spread. I would love to see if we could get all the stats without any scrolling on that bar, just for ease of access, that I can always know where I have to go click if I'm looking for specific stats. I think it's completely doable. We shrink down those boxes, kind of move things a little bit closer, potentially get rid of the offense, defense, magic, physical weirdness, because again, I'm not quite sure how some of these fit where they say they do. But overall, really like the whole filter setup there. Next is this middle section. Now the middle section, fantastic. We've got recommended items. I wish the recommended items had a little more detail, but that's something they can definitely add in later so that new players know why they're building some of these items, at least very basically why they're building them, instead of just, here are the items you need, here you go, do the thing, whatever. They will have an all items tab. So again, kind of self-explanatory, but we'll show all the items in order, I would assume alphabetically. The cool thing is we have a custom tab. So this implies that we're going to have some way to make custom builds outside of each game that we can then import and just use when we want in the game when we're playing that myth. So really happy to see that. It's something I used a lot in League of Legends back when I was starting. And with Ethereal.gg, maybe there'll be integration. UG, wink wink. We would love to integrate with the game more. Wink wink, nudge nudge. The other thing they'll have is a search bar, always handy just to look for the exact item you're looking for. A nice little quality of life thing is they actually show that they're going to have a list versus grid view, so you can choose which you prefer. List usually gives a little bit more information, whereas the grid view gives you this basically just the icon and the cost, and then you're moving on. On the bottom side of that middle section, we see our 6 items, we see our dedicated boot slot, and we see an undo button. Undo button, very useful. You buy 2 of the same thing or the wrong item, quickly undo before you leave base, buy the right thing, head on your merry way. The next thing on the right side is it kind of gives you the breakdown of the specific item you're looking at. In this case, we're looking at Blood Pact Scythe. It shows you the components that build into it, shows you the cost of each thing, it shows you the stats of the final item. And if you clicked on the lower tiers, it would show you those stats as well. Very simple, nice, big, large purchase button. Hard to miss there. The thing that I'm noticing on this that I don't know what it does is there's like a little sideways arrow at the top right of this section that I'm really curious what that might do. If it expands into other things or what the deal is there. I'm not quite sure. And so I'm very curious to see how that works. That's it for the shop. Really, like I said, overall, really like the design of the shop. If we could fix the filters, kind of scrunch them down a little bit, I'd be really impressed with basically what we've seen as the first iteration of this shop for our eyes themselves. The next thing would be the top UI. So the top UI, the left and right side are identical, and then the middle just kind of is a mirror, but we'll go left to right again as on this as well. So we have your 6 portraits. Now, if you guys don't know, Ethereal will have 6 characters or 6 people on each team, so we see the 6 portrait outlines, very useful. We have a little diamond above them. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be an ultimate indicator. That way I can quickly glance and see, okay, our Talos has his ultimate, we can engage, right? Or whatever it is without needing to ask them or anything like that. I can just quick reference, look at that and see what they're at in terms of ultimate charge. You have the team's total gold, the amount of towers the team has killed, the amount of wyverns or wyverns the team has killed, and the total enemy myth kills that your team has received. So overall, pretty self-explanatory, good stats to have. In this center area, we've got these 2 like empty boxes on either side of the timer. On the left side, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a time of day indicator. So we're going to see that it's daytime or nighttime or dawn or dusk, right? Whatever it's going to be. And then on the other side of the timer, we're going to see a weather indicator. So you're going to see rainy, snowy, sunny, heat wave, blue moon, whatever it might be. So really, really cool to see where those are going to go in this. I'm 99% sure that's what's going to fit there. I don't think that they're just blank spots on purpose. We've got the timer in the middle, and then we've got your personal KDA listed underneath that. So I see kills, deaths, assists, and then what I assume to be the minions or creep score is the last stat there. On the right side, we've got the reverse of the left side. So team kills, team wyverns or wyverns, team towers, team gold, 6 portraits, ultimate icons. Overall, I really like this layout. I think it's a little cluttered with the constant team kills, wyverns, towers, and gold. I would love to see that go on a scoreboard. So I press tab or something, and that gives me the scoreboard. That gives me that indicator of what those things are, but not have them on screen all the time. It does feel a tad bit cluttered, in my opinion, on this top bar. But if you could get rid of those, keep everything else, I think I'd love it and want to change nothing about it. The last thing here is the bottom UI. So for the bottom UI, left to right, like we did for all the others, we see our current level, very nice, easy way to read that. We see our XP bar, kind of a visual indicator of like, okay, I need 2/3 of my XP to level up. We also see the amount of XP required to level. So in this case, it says 192. So it's going to be 192 XP till your next level. So if you know what the XP costs are in the camps, which if you don't, go check my video yesterday, we break all of that down. But if you know what the XP costs are, you can calculate which camps or how many camps you need to kill in order to get that next level or that gank you're trying to go for. If you're going to get like the next level of your ultimate or something along those lines. A little bit further to the right, we see our current gold. In the test, they had basically unlimited gold. So ignore the fact that it says 98,000 here. It'll say more often than not less than 3,000 gold is what I would guess. In this center area, we see the abilities. Something I love and I'm so happy to see in the game is mana costs on the bottom right side of the abilities. I have that feature on in every MOBA that I play. Just a nice little quick glance of I need 100 mana to cast. I have 101, right? There we go. Cast that ability. Love, 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 love seeing that in the game here. We see that the abilities are mapped to QERF and right mouse button. We knew that about in the ability or keyboard layout reveal that they did before. We also can see that there are the bars underneath each ability. Now these bars will let you know how many levels there are in each thing. What it looks like in this is that the ultimates, the F and the right mouse button are not accurate. Both of those only have 3 levels, whereas the first 3 will have 5. So I think that UI will definitely change, but for now, it is not complete. We have the health bar, very simply, and then we have your resource bar, whether that's mana or stamina or whatever new resource they're going to come out with next. Very, very simple, nice and clean there. I actually really enjoy this UI. On the right side, we have a breakdown of stats. So from left to right, we see physical power, magical power, armor, magic resist, attack speed, critical chance, cooldown reduction, and move speed. Now, I don't know what it is about this, but it just feels off to me. I think it's a spacing thing. I think the attack speed is the thing that does it. But with the way that the attack speed kind of feels cluttered against the crit chance icon, it kind of throws me off and it feels weird to look at a little bit. Whereas the first four are really clean. That one just gets me a smidge. And so I don't know if we can put the attack speed at the end or something along those lines. It just feels weird to me. And that's really the best way that I can think to explain it and put it. But overall, I enjoy the bottom UI. I think it's as minimal as needed, but gives the pertinent information as well. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on all of this and what you think of the UI, how it's broken down, what you would change, if anything, what you like, what you don't like, the whole 9 yards. I'd love to hear all of that down in the comments below. And like I said, guys, we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of June. So make sure you get subscribed. If you want to see more Ethereal content, click right over here for that. If you want to see a video just for you, all right, on the other side, then click the icon above my head, get subscribed for the third time this video. And I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.